going to be making the epoxy countertops for my island. So this is the top piece and then these two are the side pieces. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and give these surfaces a quick sand. Sanding will help to eliminate any rough areas. Also, it will help to increase the mechanical bond between the ABS bolts and the primer and paint. I've gone ahead and purchased an epoxy countertop kit from Gianni. It comes with everything, so I'll be using the primer from there. It's a black primer. After I've applied it and it's dry, I will spray on these white marble veins onto the countertops. Once that dries, which is about 2 hours, I'll give the veining a very light sand, 600 grams of sandpaper to make everything smooth and level. And then lastly, I will be mixing my epoxy and pouring it onto the surfaces. So basically the epoxy should harden after 6 to 8 hours, but it will need 7 days to fully cure. Once these countertops are ready, I'm actually going to move them back into the kitchen and assemble them onto my island. To give the edges of the countertop a less sharp edge, meaning a more bevel edge, I'm going to take the sander and run it across the edge at an angle. I'm going to try and apply even pressure, and I'm going to do a fixed number of strokes for each side. So for example, I think I'm going to do 5 strokes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the top, the bottom edge, and then the other side as well for each of the 3 pieces. So I've just finished painting my 3 countertops. I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. So originally when I was spraying on the veinings, I did spray too much. And so for example for this piece, I actually sprayed, there was this huge line that went across like this. But like once all the veining dried, what I did was I took the black primer and I actually went over like the areas that I thought was too white, like too much veining. Yeah, so I kind of went through the whole piece. It's kind of like an artwork. You kind of fill in the areas where you think should be more black and then you leave some areas where you think it's more white. By doing this step, I think it's actually to my advantage because what I have right now are some veins that are really white and then some veins, if you look closer, these are actually like kind of very light grey veins, which I think is more realistic because when you have a real countertop, I mean, they're definitely going to have some veins that are closer to you and some veins that are like deeper within the countertop. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. So definitely do that when you're trying yours. Cover up some areas, make it more grey, make some areas black, or make some areas whiter. Yeah, and then once you're happy with the whole composition, then take a 600 grit sandpaper and just lightly sand the whole piece of board to make the texture like the same consistency. And so next I'm going to be pouring my epoxy on the 3 pieces and then wait for it to dry.
A lot of dimpling. We see a lot of dimples. I could not leave a line over here. Careful, hail that's trapped inside.
So we've bought the 3 pieces of countertops here, and now we're going to assemble it. So far we just have the green tape holding it in place. First I'll attach the 2 side pieces to the island, so I'll use wood glue first, and then I'll use screws from the inside of the cabinet and screw outwards onto the countertop piece. That should hold the 2 side pieces in place. And then I'll do the top piece. It'll be the same, so wood glues and screws from the cabinet from the bottom up. And then for the corner joints, Before I screw the top piece down, I will actually add a bit of epoxy in here. I'll mix in a bit of black pigment. Epoxy is kind of like a glue when it dries, so that should help to hold the two pieces together in the corners.